Generic greetings and welcome to Plants vs. Zombies. Today's beverage is a very delicious pomegranate crushed fruit smoothie. Very nice indeed. So, Plants vs. Zombies, or Lawn of the Dead as I believe it was originally going to be entitled before the lawyers got involved, quite a shame if that is true, is a tower defense game from 2009, and although I haven't played this in probably over 10 years, I do have over 50 hours played on the game. It is rated and reviewed highly and something that I very much enjoyed back in the day. In fact, when I played it heavily, I guess my gaming would have been limited to probably 80% World of Warcraft and 20% this, although I guess it's more accurate to say 40% running around the fountain in Stormwind in World of Warcraft, 30% playing the in-game Pegaladon in World of Warcraft, and then 20% this. Either way, unlike a lot of these nostalgia videos, I'm fairly confident I know what to expect on this one. I think the gameplay and the moment-to-moment is going to hold up extremely well, as is the music, because I always thought that was good. The only slight downside is basically the resolution and the aspect ratio. That's the only problematic bit here. But I'm very surprised that although this is the Game of the Year edition, I'm surprised they haven't done like a HD remake of it. But then I guess it's PopCap now, so yeah, that's probably why. Either way, let's have a check out of this thing. This is a brand new save because the old one has been lost to the annals of time, so I can't play the minigame, the puzzle, or the survival mode, but I can start an adventure and see what this is like. Click! And yeah, that's a zombie's hand coming from underneath the headstone there. PopCap Games presents Plants vs. Zombies. Yeah, I haven't played any of the others in the series. I did want to play the second one and realised there was loads of microtransactions in the mobile version, so I thought I'm not going to even attempt to play that. So this is our house. The zombies themselves, they're not after the plants. They're not vegetarian or vegan or anything like that. They're after our brains. However, obviously we're in our house, which is separated with the lawn here. So click on a seed packet to pick it up. So we'll click on that, and this is the Pea Shooter. Click on the grass to plant it. So you can see it's in a grid. At the moment there is only a 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's a 1 by 9, but you do get different rows of grass here. Anyway, I'm going to place it there, and we now have our plant there, and it also says click on the falling sun to collect it. We will collect that, and then we'll get sun. Keep on collecting sun, you'll need it to grow more plants, so we will do that. Okay, excellent, you've collected enough for your next plant. Let me place that down. Don't let the zombies reach your house. So we can see the zombies are now coming from the right hand side, and naturally the Pea Shooters are firing away there. We have this zombie shuffling towards us, and you can see they've lost their arm first, followed by the head, and now they've dropped down, and the zombies are getting taken out. We have the level progress on the bottom right, and you see it says level 1 of 1. These are just the basic zombies. After these zombies, you will get cone head zombies, which have a traffic cone on their head. They also have, a final wave where we might get yet more of the zombies spawning. Yeah. We get the cone head zombies, which is traffic cone. I think we get the bucket head zombies, which, as you may expect, has a bucket on the head. And I think you get a zombie holding I think it's holding a door. Anyway, we now have a new seed packet. Do like the music in this, and that is the Bloom and Doom Seed Company core. This is a sunflower, gives you additional sun. Let's go to the next level then and not mess around with this one. And that's the sight of zombies we're going to see. So lots of these standard shuffling zombies. And we've rolled out some more turf now. So let's go for a sunflower. Sunflowers are an extremely important plant. Let's click on that and place it. Try to plant at least 3 of them. So what we're going to do is pick up the sunflowers. And you see the sunflowers, they spawn sun, which then allows us to plant them there. The more sunflowers you have, the faster you can grow plants. Yes, that is correct. Also, you notice that the seed packets themselves have a recharge value there. You may be wondering what these things are on the far left. These are mowers, and these were invented before the automated lawnmower, which we get these days anyway. So yeah, these are robot lawnmowers that get triggered if one of these zombies ever gets to a point where they're just about to go into your house. The lawnmower will activate and then just go from the left to the right, wiping out every single zombie. So yeah, I'm gonna go in a probably a 2 grid here just to get some more of the sun as possible. I'm just waiting for more spawns there, and then placing obviously these here. Might as well plant some more sunflowers. Your bar itself will be filled up by your different seeds in the packets as you progress on, and you get different unlocks along the way, and obviously some maps will require you to have different strategies. You also get different variations of map as well, so you'll get night maps which you don't generate any sun, but you can also get, that's the, like the mushroom levels. You also then get levels later on that have a pool in the middle, and I think you end up on your rooftop and you have to place plant pots, if I remember rightly. Anyway, I'm just placing some more and more of these pea shooters there, and just not enough sun, and we'll grab that, and then there we go. Just placing those along. Very, very simple at the very start of this one. I remember first mentioning this to friends at the time, and pretty much getting laughed out of, I was going to say the Discord channel, but it wouldn't have been Discord back in the day. It would have been Skype or TeamSpeak or something. Ventrilo, who knows. Anyway, yeah, saying, yeah, that sounds absolutely terrible. Then when you look at it, and it looks like a really cheap Flash game, and I can sort of understand people's hesitation, but when people start to play it, they weren't laughing then, because it is a very, very Moorish game. I don't like to use the term addictive because I don't think that's a positive term, but yeah, Moorish is certainly I think a decent term to use. Oh, there we go. We've got a cherry bomb this time, I think, and I love the way they look. They've got so much character, even just for a seed. So blows up all zombies in an area. Right, next level, let's continue on there. And we now have, oh, we have the cone head zombies. Okay, so let's go for ready, set, plant. And let's place some sunflowers. I go for sunflowers very early on. I tend to get as many sunflowers as I can. Obviously, as you progress on through the game, you'll know for each level what you can experience, what sort of tactics you can apply and get away with. I, let's say, try to go very heavily with the sunflowers and sort of risk not having any defenses until I absolutely desperately need them. So I'm trying to plant sunflowers here as best I can. This one, I think I'll probably collect enough sun for maybe a pea shooter. I don't think leaving it any further would be a good plan, although I probably could, because it's only shuffling quite slow there, and obviously there's only one of them and they don't take long. I think you can also create your own zombies. There's a create your own zombie mode where you can craft different types of zombies, and they're in the game, so yeah, you can make those. There's a fair bit to this. Well, as I said, I've got over 50 hours on it. Maybe I think that's multiple times playing through the campaign though, to be fair. And there's also like modes for, I think you've got like a, I'm sure there's a greenhouse mode and such, but maybe that's the puzzle mode. Anyway, so we're gathering up enough sunflowers here. You get upgrades as well for the sunflowers, like double-headed sunflowers, but I don't know if I can't remember whether it's an upgraded card or whether it is an upgraded card, or is it another card you get for this? I don't know. We'll have to talk to, I believe he's called Crazy Dave, crazy neighbor. He sells you this stuff, and you can see this conehead zombie. The damage is going onto the cone first, essentially, so they've got more health. Let's say you then get buckethead zombies, and then there's door zombies, but you can obviously get different plants to defeat them. So you get double pea shooters. You have frozen pea shooters, so yeah, frozen peas, yeah, you get the references, and they will slow them down. You've got, I believe, potato bombs, so you've got like a potato that you plant and it goes boom when they stand on it. You've got like big traps that eat the zombies. Now I should point out that if you place something like right in front of them like that, they will start to eat these. I'm placing that there just for the sake of demonstration. I want to show what happens there. So we'll place a couple of these in there because why not? We'll place a couple of these pea shooters as well. So let's see, with this huge wave of zombies approaching, whether or not these guys get eaten. So we'll place those in there, continue placing these. And we haven't even used any of our cherry bombs yet, but I am going to place one in there, and you can see and yeah, they have a cartoon explosion, and then they all disappear there into like a pile of ash. So we are doing very well here. Yeah, there's the sunflower getting eaten, and they're gone, so that's a bit of a shame. And obviously the cooldown for this cherry bomb is currently recharging. It's taking a little while there, but this is going to be a very, very easy win, as you know, it is the first few levels. And we now have a walnut, I think that's called. The wide-eyed walnut. That doesn't look like it's burdened with an abundance of intelligence, to be fair. Blocks off zombies and protects other plants. So this is where we may get some extra zombies. Yeah, same sorts of zombies there. I don't know what sort of event has caused this. Who knows? Anyway, let's just plant on the left with our sunflowers again. And you can see the walnuts getting built as well. And like with a lot of these games, you can choose various strategies in order to defeat the opponents, whether you want to go very expensive or just spam loads and loads of walnuts and loads of the sunflowers and stuff. Or if you want to go for cherry bombs or loads of potato bombs. Some of them, obviously, you will be not limited in what you can pick, but there'll be right and wrong options for certain things. So, for example, you wouldn't necessarily want to, if you have lots of heavily armoured zombies, just go for, say, you know, one pea shooter and loads of these. It just wouldn't work out for you. But obviously these are shuffling in very, very slowly. Nothing of any great concern yet. But we're just going to collect all the sunflowers, place them where we can. We can also start placing walnuts if we really wanted to. I think we'll not bother yet. Just collect enough to have our double row. And there's our economy going. And then start placing some walnuts and pea shooters. So the walnuts are going to protect our main wall of defense. As you can see, though, I'm leaving a gap so we can have these with double rows of pea shooters. But the walnuts, because of the charge time, which would be nice to tell you how long it takes when you mouse over it, but that's only a minor thing. Yeah, I'm having to sort of place these down. And I'm probably going to place the walnuts as soon as I can, because obviously they have a longer cooldown as opposed to the pea shooter. If anything really surprising comes, we'll just use a cherry bomb, because now that we've got a full economy going as sunflowers, we're really in no danger of running out of cash now. And I'll be honest, it's only really the last wave that I'm not even concerned about it. You know, it's this stage. It is what it is. I'm just placing stuff down. But later on, they can get very, very problematic. I think some of my favourite ones were like a melon launcher. Launched like artillery melons. Oh yeah, that's one of the zombies as well. I think they were on a mower, so really heavily armoured, and then they had like a basketball launcher. It was. Even as I'm saying it and the words are coming out of my mouth, it sounds ludicrous. But in this, you know, environment and context, it makes perfect sense. And it's just fun. It's just fun. So there's only one place without a walnut. There's the head zombie there with his flag. I'm going to place a cherry bomb back there. And yeah, they're all gone. They're gone. Easy. That's pretty good. These zombies here might actually get to the walnut. You can see that depending on where the zombies have shuffled, yeah, they're going to start eating the walnut. So I believe that these chunks start coming off the walnut. It's going to come off the walnut. Yeah, no chunks of walnut, but we have got a spade. And I think that's where we can dig up plants now. So, shovel lets you dig up plants to make room for other plants. Next level. Ah, okay. So we got these in here, and greetings, neighbour. My name's Crazy Dave. I wonder if that's actually on his passport. But you can just call him Crazy Dave. Okay, fine. Listen, I've got a surprise for you. But first, I'll need you to clear your lawn. Use your shovel to dig up those plants. Let the digging commence. So, shovel, 1, 2, 3. There we go. And, okay. Goody. Now for the surprise. We're going to go bowling. Here, take this walnut and put a walnut in his hand because he's crazy. Now go, bowl me a winner. So, yes, we can now bowl. And this is, so we get this bar coming across. I totally forgot about this mode, actually. And then you can start bowling with the nuts. You put it down. And you can hear that noise as well. There's an exploder nut. We're going to use one of those. Yeah, job done. I totally forgot about this mode. This is a surprise. So I'm going to have to try and use the walnuts strategically. So these take 2 hits. The first one takes off their hat, and then it moves over. Oh, actually, I've just noticed as well, when I launch this, it goes from one side to the other. So can it hit the other zombies is the question. I assume so. Yes, it did. You see that? It bounced off one. So it's probably more advantageous to wait for a big horde of zombies. Saying that, I'm going to fully send this. 100% send 200% zombie destruction. Just to get rid of those. And then, yeah, we'll wait a little bit for these to pile up. I don't think they disappear off the end. I think they just stack up. I'm just going to wait and see if that is actually true. And yes, they do stack up. So you're best off using them. So there's one of them gone. Perfect. Oh, and it bounces off the back as well. That is excellent. So it'll bounce off the wall and then into other zombies. I think we'll send that one over there. And I'm just going to save these because obviously we're going to get a big horde coming in. Oh, there is a big horde. And there's all them gone. But now I've run out of Explodo nuts. Or whatever they're called. I've just got standard walnuts. Exploder nut, yeah. So I'll wait for these to come in a little bit. But I'll have to start sending some because obviously I'm starting to stack up now. But if we just strategically do that, there we go. And we now have a potato mine, I think. Little front teeth sticking out the top there. Or is it mole mine? Potato mine explodes in contact, but takes time to arm itself, which is that at the top. Next level. Yeah, this is the game I remember playing, but big thing. It's a lot more playable, actually. I knew it was going to be very good. I thought that mechanically it's not going to let me down, but I thought maybe there might be some issues in terms of the controls. Maybe they were a bit dated, but no, I mean, you can't really go wrong with picking stuff up and placing it, I guess. I don't know if you saw there, we had another type of zombie, and that's the pole vaulting zombie, which is something, once again, I could not actually remember being in the game. And this is where we start to have some interesting choices. So we have this zombie coming in, and if I wanted to, I could place one of these potato mines like that, and you can see it actually starts under the ground and takes a little bit to arm, essentially, because it's still growing. So it can be eaten, but once it's armed, it will pop up the top, and I don't think it's going to be armed in time. No, it's not. So it's not actually armed in time there. I didn't give it enough time to arm, which is a bit of a shame. So I might actually have, I wouldn't say failed this, but I think some of these are going to get noshed a little bit. Let's just, hopefully that doesn't get eaten, because if it does, no, we're fine. So it hasn't been eaten, which is good. So I'm going to place these in like so. I'm going to start to place walnuts, actually, and then a potato mine behind it. The reason for that setup is, I believe that zombie that I mentioned, the way it works, that pole vaulting zombie, is it runs with that pole, and if it's not killed by the time it gets to the first plant, it will then vault over that thing, but then it becomes a standard zombie. But if, for example, it gets here and vaults over, then we're going to have, obviously, huge amounts of issues there. So I'm just going to place... Oh, I've placed that in the wrong area, so remove the plant. Sadly, you don't get anything back. So let's just continue placing these potato mines, because I don't want the mines to go off. And I've already messed up a little bit here. I need one more sun, and then that can go there. And that should be alright now. I don't think that walnut will survive this attack, though. We'll have to see. It's a tough walnut. Oh yeah, it's starting to crack, but it is surviving. It looks a little bit concerned. See, that's nice and smiley, and that's just got a straight line. I was like, oh dear, what's happening? And oh, we have a pole vaulting zombie coming in from the top there. That walnut is very concerned. So this zombie, as I said, what happens is when it reaches a certain point, it will vault over like that and drop its pole, and then it's just classed as a standard zombie now. But because I've got those two there, it shouldn't last very long. But let's just see if any of that is actually true, what I've said. And yeah, it's been taken out. So this walnut here is very, very damaged. So I really am somewhat concerned for... There you go, it's vaulted over. That should be taken out. I don't think there's a big problem there. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so that walnut there, I do probably want to dig up and plant another. But I don't know whether it's prudent to do so at the moment, because I'm obviously having this recharge time. Waiting for the recharge. I'm probably not going to. Instead, what I'll do is save all this cash, all of this sun, for another walnut and another bomb. And that means we've got full walnut coverage, as well as the bomb as well. So there's all of the walnuts, and there's a full set of potato mines across the board, all done. And we have enough money for cherry bombs now. If I wanted, I could start to remove these plants at the back and place some more of the more of the pea shooters. So here's this zombie coming in. Obviously, a whole horde of zombies here. That's going to vault over that and then stand on the mine. Boom! And spadoom, it actually says. Very good, very good. And, frozen peas, I think. That's a frozen pea shooter. Sweet. So let's see what this says. Snow pea, it's called. Shoots frozen peas that damage and slow the enemy. So we're going to go with, similar thing. This is no extra zombies from the previous one. So ready, set, plant. And let's go. So we're now maxed out on this bar. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 deep for our seed packet collection. And I think you get access to a store which allows you to craft more things. So we shall see. Anyway, I'm just placing all of this. Oh, we now have 2 waves. You can see we've got 2 bits at the bottom here on this level bar to indicate 2 large waves of zombies. Do I want to risk another one of those? I think I do want to risk another one of those. I think we will start to go for peas this time. Frozen peas will be probably the second, or yeah, probably the third one we place. So it'll be sunflower, frozen peas, standard peas. But as per our previous runs, we are going to go for sunflowers first, where we can. I may plant some potato mines as well, just because we can. And that's not what I wanted to see. So I need a bit more sun, because I think that potato mine will end up going off if we don't have if we don't kill that zombie fast enough. Then we're going to be in a bit of bother. Could plant a walnut. I think it's going to be dead I think it's going to be dead by the time it gets there, though. Yes, we're just lucky there. You can see the body does shuffle a little bit further forward, but it's oh, that's an issue. So there's no defense in that line there. So I'm going to have to actually build there. That's fine. I thought it was going to be I thought, right, I'll put the walnut down and I'll place the other one, and that should do us quite nicely. But we managed to get them in time because we had a good harvest there. Alright, so we're actually maxed out now on sunflowers. We don't need any more. So I'm going to start saving up for these peas. These hit them, and you see they get this frost effect, and it slows them down. It still does the same damage as the other one, so that's pretty good. Still going to continue on with the potato mines and the walnuts, and getting as many of these frozen peas as possible. But they're 175. But that's not a big drama with the stuff that we have. See, let's slow that right down there. So we've got good defences across the board. We've got walnuts, potato bombs. We're just recharging here for another walnut and potato bomb combo. And then I think we'll save up for some more frozen peas. Get one more sun. And we get frozen peas. So we now have almost a full row of frozen peas. I call them frozen peas, I know it's the snow pea. Frozen peas. Seems a bit funnier. And you can see all of them are now slowed right down. So this is good. I could go back if I want to and change the other peas. Here's our big wave of zombies coming in. So we'll place the walnuts back in. And I'm going to save up for cherry bombs, which I now have. But realistically, am I going to need them? Let's get rid of those. Yeah, there's all them gone. Obviously, I've cleared this wave. That means that these, you know, nothing for them to do, basically. They're just there. I'll dig up some of these older original pea shooters now, and we'll go for the much more expensive ones. And we can, if we want to, go for double walnut. Oh, I should have placed it down there because we didn't have a walnut there. Ah, well, it matters not really. So we're double walnutting it, and we can also go for potato bombs as well. But, you know, we don't need to. Bit of a waste of money, actually, I guess. I wonder if you can replant later on, or whether I'm just making that up. There's so many tools you can get and options for later game. So I'm just working my way up here with the upgrades. See, now that we have these pole vaulting zombies, you might think, oh well, you know, we made many more defenses, but because they get slowed down so much, they're not even getting to the walnut before. Oh no, they got there. They actually got to the walnut and jumped over it, and then landed on the other side and got blown up by this potato. Okay, fair enough. By the potato bomb. This one obviously will not get to the potato bomb. Yeah, that was taken out. It just depends on the waves and the order, and that's just jumped over the mine. And then it's going to hit the first walnut, which will not really last that long, actually. But there you go. So we're full of frozen peas. I could start to delete some of these sunflowers and place some more frozen peas in. So we're changing our economy up a little bit. Why not? Considering the waves we're having here. I don't think I'm going to get a full set of walnuts in, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, another full set of walnuts. I will keep trying. That's going to go boom, spadoomf. And cover that. Obviously, we're now not getting nowhere near the amount of cash that we were previously, which is understandable, considering we've just taken out a lot of our sun economy. But we have got 3 rows of frozen peas. Almost 3 rows anyway. And here we go for a huge wave of zombies. Like I say, totally not concerned. You know, if anything, like, you know, if they get to the end, the moors are just going to go past. And I'd show you that, but, you know, the description is enough. So there we go. There's 3 rows of frozen peas, and we still have, obviously, this wave coming in. In fact, yeah, there you go. There's another explosion up there. That's pretty much that level complete. And there's only one walnut there. You can go for different layouts as well. You don't have to go in the same rows all the way along. But here we go. There's another plant, and that is the... I have no idea what that is. It says it is a Chomper. Devours a zombie whole, but is vulnerable while chewing. Yes, so it's got a cooldown. Let's get to the end of the first chapter, shall we? I think that's more realistic. Ah, here we are. So, we now have to pick our plants. So, we're going to go with sunflower first, followed by pea shooter, frozen peas, walnut bombs, and then the chomper. We've hardly used the cherry bomb. So, actually, you know what? I'll get rid of the potato mine and keep the cherry bomb, I think. Yes, that's reasonable, I think. But let's go ahead and plant. This is level 1-8. I think it goes to 1-9 and then you get your boss. Come on. Bit more sun. We'll get 3 sunflowers in, I think, before the first zombies spawn. And this level is... This level's only got 1 big wave. Okay, fair enough. It's 150 for the chomper, so what I'm going to do, because there's only one of these guys coming in, I'm just going to keep planting the sunflower, and I'll go for a chomper row. So the chomper will go there, I think. So I need 1 more bit of sun. Put a chomper there, and there you go. Eat it completely whole. I'm pretty confident that any zombie, if it's got... doesn't matter whether it's got a cone head on or... it's got a bucket, whatever. I'm pretty confident that does eat them outright in one go. There's other zombies that may be armor that I don't know if it does, but we can only find out. See, it's also got a bit of range on it as well. And there you go. So these are still coming in. The cooldown is actually quite good on that chomper. So I'm pretty happy with that. But you can see they are still chomping through these zombies. So it does take some time for them to get through that. I'm just going to save up enough for 1 more chomper, which can go there, followed by more sunflowers. And you can see this is moving up now. But the problem is, going heavily for this is not going to work out in the ultimate long term, because we have to protect these chompers while the zombies are still coming in. So that one there is just swallowing it. You can see the animation there as it swallows that. It's totally vulnerable while we are waiting for it to do that. So we're just having to see what we can do here. I think I've messed up down the bottom, and I believe that pea shooter may be killed. Yeah, it's been eaten, so I'm going to have to place another one, which is a bit of a shame. It's now being destroyed, but at least we've got the double rows in, which is the main takeaway here. Speaking of takeaway, there's some coming in here, and yep, that's been taken away. Didn't phone it in, it was just free food. And oh, there's Buckethead Zombie, so that should be eaten whole. We haven't got anything over there to protect against that sort of thing. But I'm just going to start to stack up with more pea shooters. I could go with frozen peas, but I think just standard pea shooter rows would be fine. Let's see if the bucket gets eaten as well. Yes, so it doesn't matter whether or not it's a bucket head or not, it just gets eaten. So that's good. I will still keep putting in these rows. So this is where, if we just had these, you can see there's, out of these 5, 3 of them have got food and are already chomping down on that. So we need to think about that, and so that's going to swallow that and then eat that. So if you've got a lot of zombies, having just these won't work. If you've got loads of heavily armoured zombies, then fair enough, having these will work. But if you've got a big horde, not so much. And you can even put walnuts in front of them as well if you wanted to slow them down. You notice I'm placing these snow peas down. Could go with loads of chompers, but it's very expensive to do that. And big wave of zombies arriving. And that's what, yeah, that's been eaten, that's gone, that's gone. So sadly, still two of them, which have still got, which are still full, sadly. But I think they'll be alright by the time they finish. I'm just trying to get a full row of pea shooters. There we go. There's our pea shooters. So full row of pea shooters, full row of frozen peas, and oh, quite frankly, I think that's going to be. I think it's pretty much game over. And there we go. So very little drama, a little bit of a panic towards the mid part of that, but no huge dramas. And now we have a 200 sun cost pea, so twice as expensive. This is a repeater, fires 2 peas at a time. Okay, right. So we are now having, I think this is this can't be the end. We'll go for sunflower, followed by a, how do we want to build it? How do we want to build it? I think certainly a sunflower. Let's go with a repeater, a chomper, a walnut, a bomb, and a cherry. Bit of a risky build this, but see what we can do. See what we can do. So get our economy going, and let's get us some repeaters. Repeater, you get it? Yeah, yeah, cool. Thought so. And soon we will have a zombie. What I'll probably do is save up for. I was going to say save up for the 150 chomper, but what's the point? We might as well save up a little bit more and get the repeater. But we'll have to be very quick about it, won't we, actually? Maybe this is a bit of a mistake. One more, and we get a repeater. It says repeater, and you see it's firing 2 peas, because that's, as you might expect, what it does. Gonna have to keep going for economy here. Let's just ignore this row now, the one in the middle. That bomb will be enough. That was only 25, so it's only one sunflower collection. This is the problem with going for a bit of a risky build. I've got the walnuts I haven't placed yet. I don't think I'm going to place them. I do need another repeater, I think. I can probably get away with placing that. See, that's going to just... The spud's going to take that out, no problem. Then I'll place a repeater. And we'll go with that, so I don't have to worry about that row for the time being. There's more peas. Sorry, more sunflowers. But we've got 2 waves here. And stuff up the top as well. So definitely another repeater. Sooner rather than later. I'm actually going to place it... I really didn't... Oh, yeah, because that's going to get taken out by that bomb. So we can now afford to do this. Obviously, it's balancing the economy, balancing the placement of them. But we've got some high-level strats going on here. High-level horticultural stats. That's going to be taken out by that bomb. Start placing some more potato mines in here. Boom. That's gone. I think we're going to go with repeaters. Do you want to just more repeaters? I was going to go with the chompers, but with the way these repeaters are taking them out, it's like having, if I get 2 of them, it's like having 4 of the originals. Obviously, they're not slowing people down. They're not slowing these zombies down in any way, shape, or form. They're not the frozen peas. But they are hitting them very hard. The problem is that once you take the zombies out, if the ones at the front are still shuffling forward, they'll take those hits. So, yeah. Let's continue on. This is our first wave. A huge wave of zombies is now arriving. I guess I should place some walnuts as well. But because of our economy here, 2 double sunflower row, I'm able to get these up quickly. I think you get a double sunflower, which provides 2 sun, but I think it requires more sun to place. I think that's right anyway. Don't think I'm making that up. And there's all these zombies coming in. But I don't think this is... Yeah, there's not much to really interfere with our gardening now. A couple of the ones running in with the javelin. Not javelin, the pole vault. They may get over. May. Probably not, but they might. And basically, we are in a position now where we're just waiting for cooldowns of the walnuts and of the cherry bombs. Not cherry bombs, I thought. Of the potato mines. And if we wanted, we could put some repeaters in and another row of repeaters. I think I will. And you can see this armoured zombie now with the bucket helmet taking a lot of damage. Loads and loads of damage, which is why I think the chompers are very much useful in all manner of situations. But we're just going to keep building, keep getting our rows of defence in. I don't know if we'll have enough for these extras. But by the time these zombies are gone, we might just have enough for another repeater. But I think I'll save that cash for a cherry bomb. Yeah, there's our money there. 225. See, as soon as the bucket's gone, they just disappear with their repeaters. No, I will get rid of that and place one more. So it's only the bottom that hasn't got repeaters. So we're firing 6 Ps a time from the majority of these rows. So the weakest part is down the bottom here. And that's going to help us out massively. Place a walnut up the top there. And that should be pretty much it. It's only that guy there that's going to take a bit of damage. He's going to chomp off a walnut. And we have a message by the look of it. What is the message? You found a note. Hello, we're about to launch an all-out attack on your house. Sincerely, the zombies. Well, better spelling than me, so good on them. And, oh dear, that's a lot of zombines. So, ready, set, plant. And this time, we are only getting the stuff on the conveyor, whatever it gives us. So let's go for a similar layout what we've seen previously. So this is just randomly giving us bits, but I can remember the build anyway. Remember the build. Oh, there's a Pea Shooter, sadly. Frozen Pea Shooter. I don't think we can be too precious on what we place and where we place it. Just gonna get rid of you. It's easy. It's easier. So just getting rows of these Pea Shooters. I've just thought as well, actually, we won't have... I've left this gap at the back for potentially sunflowers, but we're not going to get sunflowers because there's no economy in this one. We're just placing these. So it really doesn't matter, does it? Obviously, I've placed these plants here first. These chompers. I don't know whether that's a good idea. Probably should have the walnut, then the chompers as a second line of defense. But, yeah, I don't think it matters too much. So there's our walnut. I'm saving up the cherry bombs for big waves. So there's 3 cherry bombs in a row there that we'll use for the big waves. Now there's potato mine. Just place it there, why not? There's another Pea Shooter, standard Pea Shooter, standard Pea Shooter. I want a repeater back here. There's a repeater back there, let's place that. So we're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 peas, one of them being frozen. So let's continue on building. You see there's a lot more a lot more waves coming in now. So we've got a repeater. As long as we've got one repeater each on each of these rows, then we're fine. So there's one repeater each row. And it's really starting to get a bit hairy now, isn't it? So I've got my walnuts in front. And I'm placing potato bombs and such. Keeping these cherry bombs. Oh, we're getting even more of these repeaters. And frozen. I'll delete that one and get frozen pea in. It's got 3 repeaters in the middle, this one. So that's things are not going to last long there. And this is where we get the big wave. You can see that I placed that there and it then got eaten. I mean, you might as well just place them at the front. These are all free, after all. So big wave incoming. Big wave incoming. And I'm just placing pretty much anything that I find now. It's going to get hairy. So this one in the middle has got 2, 4, 6 peas coming out of the repeaters and then the frozen pea. But this doesn't seem to be a big issue now. Looks like that bomb's going to go off any second. Boom. Yeah. At least when these try to eat them, it realises if the bomb's going to go off or not, and doesn't set the bomb off and then it try to eat it as well. So that's good. So at the top we've got 3 repeaters, 1 frozen. We have next one is 2 repeaters and 1 frozen. So where's the weak link? This one here. Good grief, we're getting a lot of stuff coming in now. That's a lot of stuff coming in. So just placing the walnuts and stuff just everywhere. Yeah, just keep placing the walnuts. We might as well. And we got these 3 cherry bombs. And by the time we get to the very last... yeah, that guy just vaulted over one walnut, and there's another walnut for him to deal with. Yeah, when we get the big wave in, it's not going to be, hopefully, a big drama. Some of the walnuts are starting to look a bit concerned. I think you get a giant walnut as well. You get advanced things of most plants. So like Pea Shooter, repeater, etc. Once this is full though, you can't then place things. So like I can place a cherry bomb there, but that's only because we had some stuff explode. Not explode. It got eaten. So This is where the big wave hits. Let's see what this is like. Let's get another walnut in there. But I'm saving that space for a cherry bomb. Have one of those repeaters. So I think almost all of them, yes, all of them have 3 repeaters and 1 of the frozen peas. And we've got more spaces anyway. And let's start. 1 bomb there, 1 bomb there. And now we have... What is that? That is a... Puff Shroom. Shoots short-range spores at the enemy. Requires no sun. But I believe it's only useful in the night. Evening. Those zombies just don't let up, will they? You'll notice that the fighting zombies at night is different than the day. For one, you won't get any sun falling from the sky. You can still get sun from sunflowers, though. And lucky for you, you've got yourself some Puff Shrooms. Plant as many of these as you can and be oh good. Fine. So there is what we're going to get. Oh, we got that, a newspaper zombie. Interesting. So it would be sunflowers, it would be Puff Shrooms, and then go from there. But you know what? I'm not going to continue any further. That is Plants vs. Zombies. I need to play a bit more adventure mode to unlock the mini-games, the puzzles, and the survival. It has not been much of a surprise. I knew the game was going to hold up, and it plays very well. It's still immensely fun, very well designed. The music is great. The only thing that I wouldn't say lets down but does show its age is the aspect ratio and the graphics. They're not bad, they're just, you know, of their time. I would really love to see, this is the Game of the Year edition, but I would love to see like a HD remaster of this. It's unlikely, but, you know, can only hope. And yeah, and there's lots of stuff I haven't shown you. I said the mini games, the puzzles, survival, some of the buying stuff. There's a lot of game in this game, and it's cheap enough. So I would still, would I say at this point pick it up if you've not played it? Yeah, I would still recommend it certainly. So yeah, it's not really full of many surprises. Although it does, I did mention it look a bit, you know, of its time. Just because of the characterizations of the plants and stuff and the little animations, they're all still there, and it does give it a lot of character. So, you know what? There's not much to knock at this. There's certainly, you know, comparing it to modern equivalents, I guess. Yeah, it still really holds up after all this time. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this little look back at Plants vs. Zombies. If you want to see more of this sort of thing, then by all means let us know. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.